Hey everybody, Chris Lucia here again with another video, and today's topic is 4 tips to help you avoid trying to time the market. So we all have these gut reactions, and sometimes they help, sometimes they get us into trouble. But where they get us into trouble in terms of the markets or your portfolio is doing this, right? So when the markets go down and we see this short-term volatility going on, corrections, pullbacks, whatever it is, there's this gut feeling that a lot of folks get to cash out, go to cash, sell, and I call it stop the bleeding. And that there's a lot of validity to that. So, we don't like pain. We don't like feeling the pain or the hurt. We want to protect that nest egg that we've worked really hard to build. So we can certainly understand that. And then on the other side, when markets are raging and going up like crazy and all your friends are talking about how much money that they're making and you're sitting in cash, then a lot of times the mistake is to try to catch a running train and to try to jump on the bandwagon as things are already very, very expensive. So you can get in trouble on both sides. So here are 4 tips to help avoid doing that. The first tip is to rely on a long-term plan, because professional day traders, people who trade every day, are trying to make these small profit margins on individual trades, or this high volume of individual trades over an extremely short period of time. It's very, very, very difficult to do if you are not a professional day trader with these algorithms and all these different computer softwares built in that you've invested millions and millions into, etc., etc. So the more probable approach, more predictable approach rather, over the longer period of time, is to model what history has taught us, that markets tend to trend higher over time despite short-term volatility. So that's what we feel is a much better approach instead of trying to time the market. So relying on that long-term plan based on your long-term goals, your own individual risk tolerance and time horizon, etc. Tip number 2 is to understand that it's very hard to be right twice. So while you can get out and stop that bleeding, right, by going to cash or making these full swing moves to protect your nest egg on the front side, it can feel good for a while. If the markets continue to go down from that point, you'll feel like a genius. The problem is when to get back in. And that's a mistake that people make almost more often than getting out. It's when to get back in, because when the upside comes, sometimes it comes, and I'll even say many times, it comes very fast and furious. So if you miss that upside, there's a chance that you'll get stuck where you sold here, and before you get back in, it's back to here, and you miss this gap rather than having stayed invested and just ridden the ride. So it's very, very difficult to be right once, let alone twice, in the same market cycle. So if we try to avoid that just by staying invested, staying the course. And the third tip is to invest on a schedule. This is very similar to how 401ks work. With every pay period, money's going in regardless of what's going on in the market cycle. And it's a great way to dollar cost average into the markets. So you're never going to guarantee yourself the best price, but you're also never going to guarantee yourself the worst price. You're going to have this smooth transition into various price points throughout the course of your contribution history. And the 4th tip is to lean on us, your advisors. That's what we're here for. If you have questions about what's going on out there and what you should be doing about it, call on us. We can help you, walk you off the ledge, if you will, and help you make smarter decisions as it relates to your individual portfolio. So that's all I have for you today. Hope it helps. See you next time.